Hi, my name is Gina and I'm the founder and creator of Cheer Coach Academy. Today I'm going to be sharing with you how you can max out your score in the stunting section on your score sheet for competitions. Now, of course, if you have the most difficult and advanced stunts, that's going to help you get a high score. But even if you're an intermediate level team, or even if you're just beginning, you can still score a high score by following some of these tips. So let me help you out with this. First of all, you want to use everyone on your team. If you have a team of 12, you should have at least 3 stunts up. 16, you should have 4 stunts. 20, you should have 5, and so forth. And the reason why it's important to have everybody up in the stunts is because you want to show that your whole team knows how to execute these stunts. Now, you may have 2 stunt groups that are really strong and then one that's not quite as strong. It's important that you still put those stunts up, and you can even do something with your group that might be not as strong as the others that would highlight what the others are doing. So if you're still pretty beginner level, maybe going into intermediate, you have 12 on your team, you could have the 2 outside stunt groups that would maybe be doing extensions or libs, and then the middle group could be doing a prep. So you could have them at different levels that could be very visually appealing. Now, ideally, you want everyone doing the exact same skills, but it's more important to at least get that other stunt group up rather than leaving them on the ground and front spotting or standing behind the stunts. So use everyone on your team. Now, I'm going to start from the beginning of a stunt all the way to the end for my other tips. So first of all, start with some kind of creative entry into the routine. You can do just a quick little clap and then set. You could add just a little look to the crowd and then forward with the bases and load in. But if you can have something creative just to show you're setting that stunt, that is something that will be visually appealing. You don't want to spend a lot of 8 counts on that at all, but even just taking 2 counts to do something creative will help. You'll also want to have a creative entry into the stunt, so you don't want to just be loading in and then jumping up. So pick out some sort of creative entry. Next, make sure you have inversions. In the past 4 years, we've been able to use a lot of different inversions in cheerleading routines, and the teams that still have not caught up to that and they have not added the inversions, I think it's affecting their score. And there are many levels of inversions that you can do as a team, no matter how advanced you are or if you're even a beginner. So add some inversions, and that's when it's head over heels type of stunting. The next one is to really watch your flyers. Now, I pick on the flyers a lot because they're the ones up in the air, but they have to pin their legs, they have to pin their arms. It's really important that when they are in the stunts that they're hitting the motions, that they are hitting each position. I've seen teams that go to do a heel stretch and they bend their leg, grab their heel, and then pull up to do the heel stretch. That's not pretty. It's important that if you're doing a stretch that you kick straight up to that pretty stretch, grab the heel, point your toe, and hit that stretch rather than bending your leg to get to that position. And even when I see teams go from maybe a scorpion to an arabesque or a stretch to an arabesque, making sure that those legs hit like motions would hit with your arms. So when you're working with your flyers, make sure they're hitting all of those motions. Another thing that your flyers can do as well is make sure they're loading in the same way. Some teams, they have an extra hop, some just dip and jump in. I recommend just dip and jump in. Don't waste the energy on the extra hop. But even loading in and hitting those stunts together, you need to look at how they're loading in. Another part about hitting those stunts together and being synchronized is that all of the bases drive up quickly with their arms and make sure they're going at the same speed. So if one stunt group is going faster than the other, I would recommend that you have the slower group catch up with the faster group. It's much easier to hit the skills when they're using their legs, driving up quickly with their arms, and hitting at the top as quickly as possible. Of course, with using good technique. Now let's talk about dismounts. So when you do dismounts, you want to make sure they are very clean, that not only when you're catching the stunt, you're setting them out, you're cleaning, because that is part of the overall effect of the stunt. You could put up this beautiful stunt, and then if the dismount is sloppy or the bases are setting the flyer out and it's very sloppy, it just loses the effect of what you just did. I call it the icing on the cake or the cherry on top, that you want to catch that cradle, you want to set it out and then clean, really sharp. When you are doing your dismounts, make sure you have a variety of dismounts. Don't just cradle or full down, but also at the same time, don't just do all these fun inversions like a yo-yo out or a pancake. You want to make sure that you have a variety, and I think because a lot of people are taking advantage of using different inversions and creative dismounts, that I haven't seen full downs as much as I used to see. So also execute a full down as well and just show that you can do that, and you can do a creative dismount as well. Another way that you can add some points to your score sheet is by incorporating some single bases. And so if you can have some single base stunts, especially if you're an all-girl team, if you're a co-ed team, you better be doing single base stunts. But doing single base stunts are always going to help give you some points to show that your team can do it, and make sure that they are very solid if you're going to do those single base stunts. And most importantly, when you're stunting, make sure those stunts are clean, make sure they're at the skill level your team is at, and don't compromise your routine by putting up wobbly stunts. It's better for your stunts to be completely solid. It's better for the judges to say add a level of difficulty than for them to critique you on how wobbly the stunts are, or to even risk having a fall at competition. So those are just some quick steps to help you with your stunts as you're preparing to compete. If you have any feedback for me or anything specific you would like me to share with you as a coach, please be sure to contact me, Gina@cheercoachacademy.com. You can check out the website, cheercoachacademy.com. Thanks. Have a great day. Bye.